Well, he had a more colorful life prior to Star Wars than I did. It'd be pretty boring, you know. It's set on a moisture farm on a desert planet.
Well, you know, I got a little confused, and we had that little cocktail reception, and gradually people came and sat down, and we started doing questions and answers, and I thought, oh gosh, this is an intimate group. This is quite manageable. I thought that was the actual event.
I tell you, if you've seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it, but I thought when the lightsaber jiggles in the snow and flies, I said, oh boy, baby, here I am. And it goes to Rey. I said, she didn't even finish her training.
Yeah.
For opening up to the audience for some of your own questions. Oh my gosh.
It's theater in the round. Oh, and you got terrible seats.
Probing deep message. I understand some people, they told me some of the youngsters have been back 5, 6, and 7 times to see it.
We just visited the White House at that AFI film thing, and Amy Carter had seen it 5 times. We gave her a stormtrooper helmet from the movie,
one of the
white
ones?
helmets, and I told her to wear it at the dinner table every night.
This school apparently is 392 years older than the discovery of America. And I live in Los Angeles, where people will point out Taco Bells and say, that building's nearly 48 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're in the airport, you're 47, and the parents are going, hey, look who it is, to the 5-year-old. It's Luke Skywalker. And they look up at this grizzled old man, they're like, what happened to him?
And then now we're at episode 7. Who here hasn't seen episode 7? Put your hand up.
Seriously? Okay, because, you know, I wouldn't have you ejected by any means, but...
You're Luke Skywalker, you know, learn to live with it. As usual, she was miles ahead of me. When they said, you know, do you want to come back to the movies? You know, I kept a straight face. Carrie went, I'm in, just immediately.
Yeah.
Later, I said, Carrie, poker face. I mean, at least play hard to get, you know?
And that I had, back in the day, and I was discussing the prequels. How much did I know about the prequels? Listen, now I'm asking myself questions. What real estate do I occupy that nobody else does? You know, I mean, I didn't expect to be remembered for anything. So to be remembered for Luke, I mean, that's cool. I mean, what if I were the best guy ever to play Adolf Hitler? I mean, that's...
It could have been, it could have been different.
Yeah, it could be much
different
worse.
outcome.
Oh, you were the best Führer I've ever seen.
Or hairstyles. I mean, these 6, 7-year-old kids, they see these movies and think we made them last week. And the parents get very excited and say, you know who that is? It's Luke Skywalker. And the 6-year-old has this ghastly expression on his face, like, what happened to this guy?
Just said, you know, I said, you know, early when we were making the movie, I said, boy, the guy playing Finn is sensational. Typo or spoiler alert? You be the judge. But I'm just trolling to get more followers, you know. At Hamill himself, he said shamelessly.
There it is.
I mean, you can't even walk from your trailer to the soundstage without what they call secrecy cloaks. They're these big robes with hoods over.
Sounds like a Jedi robe.
It's very much like that. But I said, come on, we're at Pinewood. I mean, you're really protected in this space. They said, oh no, drones.
Loved the energy. I didn't understand the story. I was so young, and then I went back to the originals when I knew about character and fun, and then I was just a big fan from then.
I forget he's British.
We would have said ourselves. In fact, when we found out that we were twins, we both went, oh, are you kidding me? You're just doing this to top that...
I thought you guys were romantic. It really bothered me when I was watching it the first time. I was like, what, they're brother and sister?
Imagine how I felt.
Yeah.
I'm happy to speak to y'all, and Mark, I'm happy to speak to you too. You're a big part of my childhood, not because of only Luke Skywalker, but your work as Joker.
The Joker? You don't like him, do you?
All I needed to hear was one live laugh, and my life is complete. I can die happy.
Did you look at Daisy Ridley and think, she looks like me?
Oh, you clever minx.
Final moments of The Force Awakens. What was your initial reaction when you found out you were returning just for one scene?
I thought, this is the most elaborate entrance of my career.
And I was sitting next to Anthony Daniels, who's C-3PO. What was the question?
You know, I heard on a sleepover the boys talking, you know, with their friends, and their friends were saying, it must be so cool to have Luke as your father. And Nathan goes, Luke Skywalker doesn't tell you to clean up your room and do your homework.
That's amazing.
And I do remember at one point when we were rehearsing a scene up in the dressing room with Kirsch, and I said, well, wait a second. So she's my sister, Princess Leia. Does that mean that Luke is royalty too? And Carrie went, no. Like I say, the movie deals in all those issues of closure. I mean, it's stated right out. Forget the past. Kill it if you have to. And he's doing a pretty good job. Yeah. First Han, then Luke. I said to Carrie, I said, if this is a pattern, you're next, you know. She just laughed it off and said, well, at least I won't be glowing green.